Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. It's Sunday, we're back drawing another character. This character we're drawing today is Ruki Mukami. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know who this character is. I've never seen the anime or the show. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen him. But that doesn't prevent me from drawing him because this was requested by Audrey Saldana. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. But, yes, thank you, Audrey, for the request. Again, I'm not familiar with who this character is, or what he does, or the anime he's from. But he does seem like a pretty cool-looking dude. So, yeah, we're drawing Ruki today. So, get your pencils ready, and, let's jump in. Alright, guys, so to start off drawing Ruki here, we're going to start with a nice, decent-sized circle. Again, we're going to keep it very light. Something like that. And then we'll have like a line of action that kind of goes down pretty straight. Then we're going to have his shoulders here, which are kind of on an angle like this. And then you're going to get a shoulder here and a shoulder here. Those arms are just going to go down and over like that. Simple. This arm's going to go up and over, kind of like that. If you want to, we can kind of lightly draw in like a little tube here for the neck. Kind of this oval for the arms here. Kind of another kind of oval here for the arms. And again, this isn't like a final. It's just to kind of get like a little rectangle type thing right here for his chest, and then his body just kind of like the straight tube going down. Kind of like that. His waist. Kind of like that. And again, this isn't just, like, this isn't final, so it's just do real light, just kind of getting an idea of where everything's going to be. He's going to have a hand about here. Kind of like that. So now that we got the gesture down pretty well, we can kind of jump into detail here. Actually, not even detail, just kind of refining it a little bit more. So his head's kind of like on a profile view, so we're seeing the side of it. So to draw that, I like starting off with like a big kind of curve line here like that. And then we're going to get an eye line that's going to be kind of up, and it's going to angle up too, because you're looking at, like, to the side and up. And then from here, we can kind of start doing like a straight line across and then up for his jaw. And then when you draw like a head, it's not like a perfect like circle. It actually bumps out a little bit more, like in the back. So you get a shape that kind of looks something like this. Alright, now that we got that down, we can start, now just start drawing in his face a little bit. So his eye line is going to be about here. And if you want to gesture in an eye, it'll be about there. So since his eye is going to be about there, the way that like you draw a profile is start about here. There's going to be a dip where it goes in for like where the eye is. And then it's going to go out for where the nose is. And then in like that. And now going down, we're going to kind of curve out a little bit and then draw a line going in like this for the mouth. And then we're going to bump out, kind of go in and get to a point here. And then this is going to be the chin that's going to go up like that. And now starting from this line here, kind of like where we have the gesture, we're going to draw a curve line going in. So you get like kind of like an L shape, and it's going to go up, and just kind of hug the jaw here. And this is going to give the impression that like we see a little bit like under his jaw. And then this is just going to kind of go straight into the neck here. Kind of like that. Then we got that done. We kind of draw in his ear too. So his ear is just kind of like this kind of ear shape. So it's kind of like a nice big hook. Kind of bumps out a little bit near the end and just kind of curves in right there. And you can draw in like ear details. So you draw a line kind of hugging this. I'll dip in a little bit, curve around. Get kind of like lines in the ear like that. For the ear canal, he also has 3 earrings in. So you can draw 3 little circles on the bottom there. And now we got that down. We can draw in his eye, which his eye is actually pretty simple. And since there's just one, it's kind of easy. Basically what we're going to do is draw a line going kind of up here, and then just kind of draw a line going down like this, so you get kind of like a little hook almost. And this line's going to curve out just slightly, and then curve back in like this. And he's kind of looking down, so we're going to draw a little curve line right here, and a little curve line. You could shade that in. And you can put a little line going out here just for like an eyelash. Like that, and then just be another little curve line right here for his eye. And then for like little his eyelid is just a curve line like this, a line going down like that. And then he'll have an eyebrow about here, but the hair is going to cover it up a lot, so just kind of draw it in like this. Like that. Kind of straighten out his mouth a little bit here. And again, once you get it down, you kind of like redraw it in, kind of make things right, do a little adjustments and things like that to make it look a little bit better. Again, I noticed the lip was kind of going out a little bit too far. Mouth was on kind of like a weird angle. Now that we got that down, we can kind of do a gesture for his hair now. And like going off like what we have here, this hand is too far down. So we're going to need to like move this hand up, but we can fix that later. So this is why when you do a gesture, you draw it in light. So when you start drawing in detail and realize like, oh, this hand's too low, it's easy to erase it, put it up here instead of like having like a fully drawn hand that you have to erase. So that's why you do the gesture. But anyway, for the hair, we're going to gesture it in. It's going to be kind of like this big kind of swoop. Here, there's going to be like another little swoop here like that. And then it's going to have like, this is going to be where like it parts. So the hair's going to go one way, the hair's going to go the other. And then here, it just kind of like spikes down here. It kind of goes over in like that. And now that we got the gesture down, we kind of draw in detail. He has kind of like really curly, spiky hair. So to kind of draw that in, we're going to start about here. And just kind of draw spikes going off in kind of every which direction. So, got one here. Here. This one's going to like overlap that one. A lot of it's going to go like in front of the ear here. So you get a little spike there. Another spike here. One like that. And then off the hair here, we're going to get like a nice little curve line. We'll do a spike, kind of go in, and you want to just kind of hug this kind of shape that we have. And by drawing like spikes that kind of go out and like over and in. Again, you want to make it look kind of like curly and wavy. And it's going to overlap his neck a little bit here. Like that. I'm going to erase some of this detail here because we're going to go into this part of the hair. Like that. And I'm going to start off about here. We're going to have like this big kind of swoop here, and it's going to go into a spike, but there's going to be a hair about here, kind of overlapping it. And then just kind of, I'm going to fix his nose too. And then just kind of more spikes coming out. Here. Actually, before we start that, let's get this part done. Here, we're just going to draw a nice big curve line. And again, it's pretty much all the same thing for the hair. So it's just kind of like these kind of, just kind of curly spikes going off everywhere. You kind of want them overlapping, just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, really. You get a couple little hairs right here and here. Put another one. Again, you can go crazy with it if you want, but that's pretty much good for what we need. And now we can kind of do a better gesture for his hand. So his wrist is going to be the highest part. It's going to be about here. And his hand's going to go down, kind of curve around like this. And that's going to lead into the arm here. And it's going to go in here. Something like that. So before we draw in the hand, that'll probably be one of the last things we draw in. Let's get his kind of like body down here. Zoom in a little bit. So I like starting off with his collar. And his collar is super simple. You basically just go off his neck here, and then you get a line going down like this. And then you're going to start about here, draw a line going down and in like that. And then here it's going to wrap around, and then you're going to get like this V like that. And it's going to curve over and up. And he's wearing like a neck choker thing, so to draw that in, it's two kind of parallel lines like this, and then there's just kind of like an X in the middle. So just draw a line going down and over like this, and kind of same thing over here. Goes down and then over, down and then over like that. And then he's gonna have a tie here. You can kind of gesture that in with a circle. It's just gonna go up, over, like that. But now that we got that down, the circle, like the tie, actually kind of goes into like the collar here. So what we're gonna do is draw a little curved line right here, and then two parallel lines kind of going out of it like this. And then we're gonna make more of a tie shape, so it's gonna go up, kind of flatten out on top here, and then kind of narrow down right there like that. And then we're going to get two parallel lines that go up here like that. And now we can gesture the tie. The tie is super thin too, so it's not one of those like thick ties. So it should look something like that. And now that we got that down, we kind of draw in, actually you could refine these shapes a little bit more. Basically this will curve out and then go down a little bit. It's kind of the same thing over here. And then he's going to have a jacket, like the top part of like the suit, the jacket part. It'd be something like this. And you get kind of like that triangle curve right there. And then kind of the same thing over here. Go out a little bit. Kind of get like the collar part of it. And here you can draw this line going in as well. But once we get kind of like this gesture down, we can go into detail here. And it's a line that basically goes off the bottom of the collar here. And then it's going to go in like this. So it's going to curve around like where the shoulder is. Then it's going to go into like this V, like that, and then just kind of curve down and in to this jacket gesture that we have. And now this one, kind of the same thing. You'd see it kind of going out a little bit. We're going to get our V here like this, and then it'll just connect into each other like that. And he also has a little design here. It's basically like this square. So you get like one square and then another square on the bottom here. Like that. There's just like a little design like right in this corner. Alright, and now that we got that down, we kind of draw on his arm here. So his arm, it'll kind of straighten out even more about here. But then it's going to go into like this U type shape. Like that. And then once you get down here, we're going to draw a nice little curve line and kind of curve in and over. We're going to kind of draw the folds of the fabric too as we go down. See a nice little curve here. It'll bump out, kind of go in again, like that. Here it'll straighten out until we get to the middle here, or like where the elbow is. And then here it'll just kind of like straighten out, kind of go over and in like that. And now we can draw his little curve line right here for the cuff link of his jacket part of his suit. And then kind of like another line going down here. And if you want to, you can kind of draw another little curve line right here to show more folds. And if you want to add even more folds, it's basically just kind of like a line that just goes in, over, like that. So again, when we wear a suit, it's kind of stiff, so there is like some folds, but like not too many. So that's pretty good. And then for this part of the sleeve, it's actually pretty easy. It's kind of like this little rounded square that goes around like that. And then you get two parallel lines that go across. And then just to finish off the suit here, it'll angle out and go down, in, and then over. And very similar to like the curves we get for the suit, there'd be two about here. And then it'd go over, get kind of like a spike here as it goes up and in. Like that. And kind of the same thing over here too. You can finish this off. I'll curve up like that. Another little curve line about there. Alright, now before we jump into that arm, let's just finish off his body here. He's going to have a belt, which is going to be about here. So just two, it's kind of like this long kind of curve line that goes right there. And then for the belt, it's basically this simple square here. Like that. And there's going to be a little curve line. You can kind of curve it in slightly, refine the shape a little bit more. And then for his like shirt that he's wearing, I'll start to be about here. And again, you draw like a lot of little curve lines, a lot of like folds here like this. So we'll get like one here, a couple like where the shirt folds into like the pants because it's tucked in. A nice big fold here and a fold here. And then there's kind of like it's like a button down shirt, so like there's like a kind of line of the buttons that go down. And you draw that in with like a little curve line here, like that. But the tie covers up most of it, so don't be too worried if it doesn't show too much. Like that. Alright. And then for the arm itself, we're actually going to start off with the hand, because the hand's kind of in front and the arm goes back in. So the hand is a little complicated, nothing too bad. This is a pretty good gesture for it. So when you draw a hand and you have like fingers, they go in an arc. So when you draw the fingers, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. They go on an arc like that. For this case, this pinky is going to go off and do its own thing. So it's going to go up and over. And the rest of the fingers are kind of going to be together. So this one's going to go over, down, over, and down, over, and down. Whoop. Help if I had that on camera. Whoops. There we go. So the fingers go on an arc here, like that, and then this pinky's going to go over and down. These three fingers are going to kind of stay the same, like that. And I'm actually going to erase a little bit here, just so when I draw in the hand it's super clear. You're not looking at like the hair. 2, 3, 4, like that. And we're just going to just jump into the pinky here and just draw a nice hard line going over, down, kind of curve it in and over, kind of go out like that. This finger's kind of going to go over and down, curve it in and up like that. This one's pretty much going to be on top of the other finger, like that. And then this finger will start about here. That, and it's going to kind of curve up. That's where the wrist is, and it's going to kind of go down here. Like that. And he's also wearing like a long like sleeve shirt that kind of like goes even like up to his like palms. So to draw that in, we're going to draw a little curve line right about there. Then just draw a line going over, in, kind of curve that in. You get like a little fold here. I'll go in about here. And about here, we're going to draw like his button-down shirt that's kind of over it. So you can kind of draw like an oval around this shape. And then kind of make it like a wavy, like that. And then we're going to just draw lines going in and over on the sides here. And you draw like a little curve line or two right here just to show like this part of the fabric's kind of folding. Then once you get that down, you can draw another little curve line like this. And then a little rounded kind of square, because this is the cuff link of his jacket. And then you're going to draw two little parallel lines that go around like that. And also, while I'm looking at it, you can kind of like redraw on where the hair is kind of spiking off here. Like that. And now we're going to get a little curve line in like this. A little line that goes out, over, and in. Kind of like that. We're going to start about here and draw a line going down, in, and kind of curve it in like that. It has like a little bit of a hook to it. The line's going to go down, over like that. And then we're going to get like a little bump. Line going over and in. That's going to straighten out about here. And then here it's just going to kind of go out. And then just kind of straighten out in like that. If you want, you can get a little curve line here, a little curve line there. Show like a fold on like this part of the sleeve. There'd be one more little curve line here where the sleeve's bending. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. You can kind of darken in some of the lines if you wanted to. But that's how you draw a Ruki from whatever anime he's from. I actually forgot the name of the show. I didn't write that down on the paper. So anyway, here's the sketch that we just did. I will put this up, if I can get the paper. I will put this up right here. Here's the sketch we just did. Stay up. Here is an inked version. You stay up too. Alright, so on the right side you see the sketch that we just did, and on the left you see an inked version where if you take an ink pen, erase all the guidelines. We have on the left there. So like a slightly more finished version. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Ruki now. And thank you Audrey for the request. If you guys have requests, I do take them. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name, what you requested, put it on my how to draw list. And then on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just what I feel like drawing that day. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.